Okay, folks, welcome back. This is your old pal Hondo on a part 2 to the Craftsman 25cc curve shaft MTD 2014 weed trimmer fix. We're going to be replacing the carburetor first. We're going to see if that's the issue with the MTD weed trimmer. If it somehow we fix the carburetor on this, and if somehow we fix the carburetor on this 25cc Craftsman Jumpstart 2014 weed trimmer is not the problem, and there's a leak in the line, we'll have to do a part 3 video on replacing the fuel lines in this. But we're going to replace the carburetor, see how it works with the old lines, and if it runs good with the old lines, we'll just stay with the old lines, and then we'll replace the old lines in another time. What the kind of tools you'll need for this is a type of screwdriver to take the carburetor off. We got a brand new carburetor for this, which is a new Walbro genuine carburetor. Part number on the carb is 7530619. This is the new carburetor right here. It's a genuine Walbro carburetor from the MTD factory, and we'll be replacing the old gasket that was chewed up when I was trying to clean the old carburetor out. These cost about 20 bucks. It's really cheap to replace all this stuff on an MTD model of weed trimmer. We're going to take off the carburetor. First, what you want to do is remove the air filter cover on it. Remove the air filter. If the air filter is not too dirty, you shouldn't worry about it. This guy, who I got this off of, said he never used it. He stored it for 6 years. It sat with bad gas in it, so the carburetor is basically roached. What you need for this is a hexagon star type of screwdriver, like this type of screw, to take off the carburetor manifolds. Make sure you keep that flathead with you so you can take off the fuel lines. When the threads or anything like that, you remove it, the old gasket comes off. The old gasket, like I said, was chewed up really bad. And we're going to remove the fuel lines. Removing the fuel lines is really easy. You get a flathead screwdriver like this. You replace the star driver, and you take the flathead screwdriver and you go down here and gently remove, and try not to hit your finger while you're doing it. Remove the fuel lines from the carburetor, and remember where the lines go. Maybe you want to take a picture of that next time. And you remove the throttle cable assembly by just tilting it the other way. Okay, we got the new carburetor right here with primer ball and everything else. The way you want to put this back on, like so. We're going to put the throttle cable back in it somehow. We'll put the throttle cable back in it like so. I'm going to lay it flat on the make sure we're getting gas to it. Hopefully I got the wires hooked up to this properly. If not, we're going to have to put the wires back. We're going to have to put the hoses back on it properly, but you know, this is the way it goes back on. We're going to get the new gasket, and we're going to replace the new gasket on here as well. We'll just get it ready for putting it back on. You have to put the gasket basically on top of the carburetor, like so, and just make sure it doesn't fall off or anything weird like that. We'll put that gasket back on like so on top of the carburetor, and we'll get the cover wherever I put that, and we'll replace the cover first. We'll put this on the cover first so we don't damage the the gasket, and we'll put the screws back in like so, and we will try to get this jimmy back in there nicely, and we will get that star screwdriver again, and we will screw this back in real nice. Sometimes you might want to just like jiggle it around a little bit, make sure the screws go into it right. It's a brand new carburetor, so this should run really nice. If we have a problem with it staying started, we'll have to replace the fuel lines. If that's the problem, there's usually a leak in the fuel lines, and we'll have to fix that later. But you know, you just want it screwed in just tight enough to get it to go in there, and then there you go, and that should be good enough. We'll put the air filter cover back on it like so, and should go right on top of it and click, and that should be it. We'll put some gas in it, and we'll put the head back on it, and we'll go outside and try to start it up. The new carburetor on it, we got it gassed up, and we got the air cover, fuel filter cover back on it. We will prime it up 10 times, and we'll put it on full choke and try to start it. Repair and fix of the Craftsman snap-on weed trimmer. We fixed the head on it. We replaced the old head with a new head, and we fixed the old carburetor and didn't have to put new fuel lines on it, which was pretty nifty. Didn't have to replace the lines on it. May have to in the future, but it runs solid now. Just because somebody throws something out don't mean it's broke. If it ain't about it, just fix it. I mean, if it's broke, don't worry about it. You can always fix it, folks. I hope you like this video on a part 2 of the Craftsman 25cc Speed Start free garbage find weed whacker that I fixed up. $30 worth of parts, and I had it going and starting and running again. So I'll get another 4 or 5 more years of use out of this Craftsman curve shaft weed trimmer. Well, folks, y'all know what you can do. You put God first, and He puts you first every time, and you know what else, YouTube? God loves you. So does Hondo. Peace.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.